Hello, my name is Matthew Deutsch and I'm a professional business plan writer. Today I'm going to talk about developing a business plan for a dog grooming business. The information in this video can easily be applied to any other type of pet care related service as well. I've been writing business plans professionally for the past 20 years, and I've worked extensively with pet care businesses across the board, not only dog groomers, but also kenneling businesses, dog daycares, as well as dog walking businesses as well. These businesses are fantastic, mainly because people love their dogs just as much as they love other people, and sometimes more so. I've had a number of rescue dogs over the years, as well as cats, and they are certainly family, and people are willing to spend money, especially especially today, among the millennial generation and Generation Z, where they're holding off on having kids and sort of having adopting dogs in order to fill that sort of parental desire, which has caused a huge boom in the industry over the past 20 years. Again, having started my career 20 years ago, the industry is about 5 times bigger than it was back then. These businesses generate substantial contribution margins. They can turn profitable very quickly because it is a service-based business. And right now I'm going to just talk about sort of the approach I would take to writing a business plan specific for a dog grooming business, whether it's brick or mortar or on a mobile basis. I always start with the executive summary. Even though I write this chapter last, this is always the first chapter of the plan, which is standard in all plans, and it sort of acts as a roadmap for the rest of the document, talking about how much capital you're looking to raise, the services you're rendering, the market that you're operating in. That's pretty much just covered all in the executive summary, and typically it's about 2 pages, 3 pages at most. From there, I discuss the financing, how much capital is needed to start the business, whether it's coming from an owner investment or a private investment, or if you're getting an SBA loan or a conventional business loan or line of credit. There are a number of ways to get these businesses off the ground. In this section, I also discuss the way that these funds will be used. The ownership of the business is discussed, as well as a potential exit strategy if you want to retire or relocate, what's going to happen with the business in that event. Chapter 3 is an overview of the services offered. This includes, washing and cleaning pets, providing ear treatments, anything that's part and parcel with the service you're providing, as well as potentially selling pet care products, which complement pet grooming. Chapter 4 in any plan I write is called the overview of the organization, and here I focus on sort of just the pedigree of the business, the name of the company, where it's located, the type of corporate structure used, mission statement, vision statement. Typically I keep this at around 1 page. From there is the industry and market analysis. This is broken down to 4 subsections. The first being is the economic analysis. Here discussing sort of just the general traits of the economy, inflation, GDP growth, business investment, consumer spending. These statistics are just aggregated and then applied to the industry itself, just to see if there, if a severe recession is going to impact these types of businesses, which there is a modest impact on it. But people still need to have their dogs properly groomed, and so people are going to always want this service. And additionally, it being a high margin service with controllable operating costs, these businesses are typically able to remain profitable at all times. From there, I do the industry analysis, which is just an overview of all dog grooming businesses in the country, discussing the amount of revenue that's produced by the industry, trends, how many people are employed, how many businesses are involved with providing this type of service. From there is the sort of the demographic and more local and regional analysis, discussing the target customer, how many people are in your market, based on national statistics, how many people own dogs, and it's roughly 50%. Also discussing population density. All these things sort of comprise that section of the plan. And right under that is the competitive analysis. Anywhere you go, there's going to be other dog grooming businesses and people providing pet care. So this is covered in this section of the plan, and also how the business is going to be different than competitors. The following chapter is the basis for growth. This includes discussing things like if you're a retail business, organic growth through a number of online marketing strategies, hiring additional technicians, if you're going to complement it with a mobile basis as well, so services can be provided directly at a client's home. All that's covered in this section. Chapter 7 is the marketing plan. I personally think that besides the financial modeling, the marketing plan is the most important, mainly because if no one knows about your business, no one's going to call you to use your services. Here you need to do a deep dive into all the different types of marketing strategies you can use. If you're a retail business, having a substantial amount of exterior signage, online marketing strategies, online profiles on social media, search engine optimization, pay-per-click marketing, video marketing. All of this is thoroughly covered in this section of the plan. And if you're writing it on your own, one of the suggestions I can make as well is to create a table that showcases the individual advertising and marketing channels you'll use and what the anticipated return on that will be. In the box down below, you'll see there's a link to a sample plan that I wrote for Dog Grooming Business, and you can see sort of how that is segmented out. Chapter 8 is the personnel plan, listing the headcount and salaries of each person that's going to be involved in your organization. And then that brings us to the financial plan. Again, the most important section of the business plan, because this showcases what your anticipated revenues and costs and profits are going to be over a 3 to 5 year period. As a standard, I always do it for 5 years. Even though most financial institutions just really want to see 3, I always do 5 for good measure. Again, starting with the profit and loss statement, showing how much revenue is coming in per channel from dog grooming services, as well as the sale of pet care supplies, your operating costs, payroll, utilities, rent expense, marketing, general administrative, business development. If you're operating on a mobile basis, line items that discuss the cost of maintaining the vehicle that would render service is included as well. From there is a cash flow analysis. If you're not familiar with financial statements, this can be a little bit confusing because while it does look like a profit and loss statement, what it's actually doing is mapping the cash of the business rather than just showing what's coming in and what's going out. In this section, discussion of the how much cash comes in each year, repayment of principal if you've taken a business loan, dividend distribution in terms of distributing the profit to you as the owner, if you have partners as well, those distributions, as well as the cash balance at the end of each year. The next section of the financial plan is the balance sheet, and this shows your assets, liabilities, and equity. If you've taken a business loan, that will be on your liabilities, and on the asset side of things, it shows your fixed assets, such as your furniture, fixtures, and equipment, as well as the cash balance of the business. From there is the break-even analysis, and here this shows exactly where how much revenue the company needs to generate in order to meet that break-even point where you're not losing money, but you're also not making a profit either. And this is done over a 5-year period. Business ratios related to the balance sheet and sales should also be included, especially if you're going for a business loan. And that's sort of the end of the heart of the business plan. In any plan that I write, I always do include 5 appendices as well. The first one is the SWOT analysis, which discusses the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats for dog business, dog care business, or dog grooming business. Substantial contribution margins, low startup costs, very easy to run, you don't have emergencies, and they're also scalable. Weaknesses, you're always going to get competition. For opportunities, developing additional locations, offering mobile services, increasing the types of animals you're willing to work with, and then for threats, just general economic threats and inflation. After that is the risk analysis page, and here I discuss the development, financing, marketing, management, valuation, and exit strategy and exit risk. And these are just discussed in paragraph format and mitigation strategies to address these issues. The chapter after that is always the citations. And then from there, I always break down the profit and loss statement monthly for the first year, quarterly for years 2 through 5, and the same with the cash flow analysis, monthly for the first year and then quarterly for years 2 through 5. And that's essentially it. If you're looking for just a sample plan that you can use as a reference, again, feel free to visit our website, humanintelligencebusinessplans.com. And certainly if you're writing your business plan on your own and you're struggling, if you need professional help, certainly feel free to reach us at any time. All consultations are free. I'm more than happy to answer any questions you may have or review the business plan you've started just to let you know where improvements can be made, or the approach I would have taken in regards to that matter. Very free form. We work very closely with our clients to get exactly what needs to get done. Thank you very much for taking a look, and take care.